Hello, 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 everyone. We are back with more Metroid Prime 3, and I'm going to be honest, I am feeling much better than I was last night. So, we will be going an hour late tonight to make up for the last hour of stream, or ending an hour early last night. So, yeah. Okay. Why won't... Okay, there it goes. Alright. So, let's look at the pirate command again, because according to Zeno...
Samus, Gandrada's communication capsule has revealed we believe
Yes.
there is the gate
Yes.
in this room.
Yes.
It will be
Yes. 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 I know. I was just looking at the map. I just looked at the room. Thank you. There was already an objective marker there. Okay. So I need to look through this area again. Because the next item that I get is here on the Space Pirate homeworld. So, wherever I need to go, I am in fact missing something. I can't jump in the elevator? Lame. This way. Wait a minute. What can the hyper missile break? Okay, it doesn't... Doesn't specify. Alright, let's try up top again. Can't be opened from this side of the room. The acid rain hurts me. So we check over here. Oh, only part... Only part of the room hurts me. Oh yeah, you can see specifically where the acid rain is acid raining. me? Okay. What if I go this way? So why do the space pirates just have a missile tank just hiding under the walkway? In fact, why is the walkway set up like a maze? With just glass over it. I don't do so. Oh hey, we should be able to progress into Valhalla now. They want a little whimsy in their lives, I guess. Yes, musical space pirates. Energy is being distributed at regular intervals throughout the facility from this generator. Oh boy, no fun with that. Hell was that? There's an item there as well. Fuck you. Something in hyper mode up ahead. Oh, I killed it. Oh, there's another something in hyper mode. Fuck you. That phase on. It didn't phase on. Stop! Going into hyper mode. Oh, whoa. Can't do it. I don't know what that camera angle was. Ugh. Hi! Don't mind the blue orb moving around your vents. Hell. Oh. That's the X-ray visor. Mind dropping that for me, please? Thank you. Coolio. Neat. And that's the last visor. What's that little look back for? See-through phasite. Okay, not really an X. Eh. 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 And eh. Cool. You know, I don't think an X-ray visor, or an X-ray in general, actually, would help with an electronic screen at all. I feel like that wouldn't help too much, but just me. Just my thoughts. Alright. Boop. Oh, good God. That she startled me. You can see her pulling the trigger of some sort. It's a Prime 1 X-ray visor with other sensing features, I guess. Xeno described it as a mix between the Prime 1 X-ray visor...
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready!
Oh my goodness, listen, man! Thank you for the... Oh my god, 36 months. Hang on, I'm pressing the wrong button. It's fine. Yeah, I think I just broke OBS. No, it's fine. Okay, that's fine. So I have my expressions tied to the numpad. Normally what I do is I click in this little empty space in the bottom left corner of my Twitch dashboard where nothing is activated. No text box, no nothing. When I want to use the numpad, that way it doesn't do anything. I forgot to move my cursor over there, so it was still, OBS was still the active window. So when I press 2, which is my scared expression, numlock is on, so it acted as the down arrow and went down a scene, and the immediate below, and the scene below this scene is my intermission screen. And then, because my right hand was holding my Wiimote and nunchuck, instead of putting them down, like I should have done to grab my mouse, I tried to go back to this scene with the touchpad, and I missed and hit a different scene. And then I missed again and hit the intermission screen, and then I finally got the right scene. In other words, I completely fumbled the scene selection. Anyways, thank you, Lizard Man, for 36 months. Holy shit, that is 3 years. What the hell? Why do you people stick around for so long? I appreciate it, though. And what I was trying to say, before all that, was Xeno said the X-ray visor in Prime 3 is more like a combination of the X-ray and thermal visors of Prime 1. Since Prime 2 didn't have either. That's how he described it. So yeah, I can see through this. I can't do anything with it. You don't have a high frequency beam. Yeah, it's I think the Nova beam. Oh, I don't know why that was open, but okay. Boo. 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 Cool. Alright. Check that out in a moment. I'm gonna see what's over here.
This is Federation Trooper NZG-41. Can anyone read me? Over. Repeat, this is Federation. I'm transmitting on an encoded channel. I was taken prisoner during the attack on Norian, but I've managed to escape. I have information about how to bypass the acid rain and get through to the seed. I don't know how long I can evade capture. I'm transmitting my coordinates now.
What does that say? Wait a minute. Chemical gate locked in place. Use of an advanced visor system. You can also do something new on Brio now. I can. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I'm gonna go over here. Here it is. We're gonna get the map real quick. Then I want to stop by the ship because there was something I forgot to do last night. Loop. 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 Oh, chat, we're almost done with Metroid Mania. The golem with an X-ray visor code lock thing. I think I might remember that. Okay. So, stopping by the ship real quick. This is just one thing I wanted to show that I forgot to do last night. Might as well save while I'm here. Gonna do a little exploring before we go rescue that trooper. He should be fine. He's a trooper. He can handle himself. Oh, we're halfway corrupted. So, Phazon and Xeno, whichever one of you knows the answer to this. In previous Metroid games, in fact, in basically every other Metroid game, every suit upgrade lowers the amount of damage you take. Does this game have that? Because you don't get different suits. You just get further and further corrupted, which isn't really the same thing. Either you know. There are much of mechanics to things, so I just don't know what the triggers are for it. Okay. I don't remember what floor that was on. It was defense access, I believe. Yeah, because it was the green door I couldn't go through. So that's where I'm gonna go. Of course, I wasn't paying attention to what floor that was on. That is the second floor. Or the middle floor here, whatever floor number that is. Usually each suit upgrade reduces damage by 25%, maxing out at 75% reduction. Okay. There are no full suit variants, but the PED and Hazard Suit Shield are suit upgrades. The main reason why I'm curious is for most of the game you're wearing the PED suit, so you don't really get an upgrade until the very end. So if I remember correctly, the Hazard Suit is like the last upgrade you get. True, you do start with a Varia, but only for Norian. You're not there for very long. For most of the game, you're wearing the PED suit. And then you get the Hazard Suit right at the very end. Get my point? Oh yeah. On the one hand, it has an upgrade, but it's also just modifications and attachments to the Varia suit. True. True. So, can you take damage while you're in hyper mode? Because your health bar isn't really visible while you're in hyper mode. I've noticed. Or are you just invincible while you're in hyper mode? Check the map here. Yeah, we currently haven't gotten into that circular room. We can't get through that door. I need the spider ball and the one thing. That's the gate we can't go through. One of them, at least. Can't take direct damage. Okay. So I wonder how long you can abuse hyper mode and stay in it without taking damage. Like, that was it on, by the way. That bit in Elysia, when you're defending the spire before you drop the bomb on the shield, or on the seed. The shield over the seed. Would it have been possible to just stay in hyper mode during that whole thing? If you play it smart enough? Yeah, there's something in my eye. Would it have been possible? I wonder. I was able to stay in it pretty long. Well, there's a corruption overload state. I forget the actual name where you have to the risk of the non-standard game over. True, but I mean, if you play it smart enough, you can just keep emptying. You can just keep firing your phase on. I think the only thing that would actually kill you from that, if you're not constantly firing or firing with a rhythm, is if the meter gradually increases in speed until a point. It gets to a point where it's moving faster than most players can mash. But I haven't experimented with it and tried to stay in hyper mode long enough to get that to happen. Because if it doesn't increase in speed at any point, or it make any attempt to lock the amount of mashing you can do, you could potentially stay in it indefinitely. The emergency shutdown was 25 seconds, I believe, but I don't know if I've stayed longer than that. That is a door I cannot open. Cool. Oh, hang on. I just saved. Let's try something. Let's try something here. How long can I stay in hyper mode? "30 seconds. If you go 30 seconds, it automatically vents the phase on. Alright. I just lost an energy tank from doing that, so let me quickly enter the ship so I can I guess I'll just save. So, you can go 30 seconds. It looks like the safety mode kicks in 25, and then 5 seconds after you'll get booted. So you cannot stay in it indefinitely, and it doesn't look like the meter gets any faster. Okay, well that's good to know. I can stay in that mode for damn near 30 seconds. That's good information to have. So if I'm like in a big firefight, I could just go into hyper mode and just abuse that for the entire fight. I'm not going to be taking much damage either. And scanner. I'm able to open from this side. Well, this looks like I can yank it. No. So I think I might be able to activate the power switch. Oh, that's starting with that. Cool. Sorry, I'm scratching an itch. Quick sip of water. So, one of the streamers I'm watching, or that I watch, actually the streamer who did my PNG, Spoony Cat, has been bullying their chat into drinking water because people aren't taking care of themselves. And it's through this that I actually realized and learned that my drinking habits are way healthier than I thought they were. Because I mostly drink sparkling water now, especially since I can't drink milk anymore. And sparkling water is just water. It's just carbonated. So, like, I'm actually drinking a lot of water every day. And I didn't really realize that. This is my way of saying, drink water. Drink water. Take care of yourself. I said. Well, that's not very nice. I'm gonna shit myself. I just want to scan the damn streak bats. Let me scan them, please. Oh, Samus's eyes seem bluer than usual. Her face also looks even more fucked up. You're drinking a matcha milk tea with Spike is yelling at chat to drink water. Yeah, but you actually normally drink water is the thing. So, like, you're fine. I know you are. Yeah. Cool. Where does this go? Alright. Fixing the Space Pirate's fucked up circuit board. Attempting to fit. There we go. Okay. No. Bloop. 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 Yippee! Bloop, bloop, oh, bloop, Ah! Yeah. Get in the hole. Alright, what are you? Commando Pirate. Assault armor composed of phasite, able to cloak and teleport. Cool. Alright. And we can go up here. I need the high frequency weapon. Metroid D's nuts. Hey, hon. How you doing? Beep bo beep. Babe, it sounds like you've taken the elevator that takes you to EBDB. Oh, Metroids. What this? Oh, those look like slices of Metroids. Grab a stick and twist it. Oh my god. This is an MMA fight. Twist the stick. Love that video. The old dick twist. Oh, a thingy. Thingy's gotten lower. Alright, I think that's every room we can currently get through in Valhalla at the moment. There's probably more later. We can't get them. Give me that. Come back. Oh. Metroid Project Dread. Nearing the final stages of completion. So I don't remember this game too well. Is this Dread Project the canceled DS game that became the Switch game, Metroid Dread? Oh, that's Acid Rain. Apparently it wasn't meant to have anything to do with that. There's a save point over here. Let's see if we can go through here. So it's just a coincidence then. Going to retro, yes. Interesting. Yeah, because for those who don't know, Metroid Dread, the Switch game, is the finalized version of what was originally a DS game that got canceled. Because according to, I want to say his name was Kenji Sakamoto, the technology just wasn't really there at the time to handle Metroid on DS. I would love to see what Dread would have looked like on DS had it actually finished. Alas, never completed. But known in the Japanese version of the game, released a few months after the North American versions, the scan talks about a Dread class turret. Okay. I know there was an unused, at least one unused turret in the game. And I think there was like at least 1 to 3 unused Pirate Trooper variants. The game had a lot of cut content. Way more than the first 2 games. Because I know Prime 3 had a bit of a rough development. But, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I was thinking not liking this game the first time I played it, because this has been great so far. My issues with the map aside. That thing. Can't do that. Yeah, I also wonder if we're ever going to get Metroid equestrian races. Saw that in a Nintendo Direct leak once. I wonder whatever happened in that game. Nobody would fake a Nintendo Direct, would they?
Samus, thank the stars it's you. I thought I was a dead man. I think I can help you get to the seed. As I'm sure you know, the path to the seed entrance is exposed to the acid rain. However, I've seen the pirates using a special suit shield that protects them from the elements. If you can acquire one of these shield units, you could probably make it to the seed. Lucky for you, I've seen where they make these devices. Here are the coordinates.
Yeah, we kind of already saw it.
I even know a back entrance to that location, but we'll need your help activating the lift that takes us there. We've got to engage the security lever simultaneously. I'll call out the instructions. We must synchronize our movements or the security claims won't release. Are you ready? Pull. Twist. Push.
Hey, it worked first try.
Let's get going.
Chat, place your bets. How long do you think generic Galactic Federation Marine number 69 is going to last? Oh! That's right.
You know, you should never trust strangers, Sammy. This is gonna be fun.
Metamorphic bioform able to mimic numerous enemy units in battle. Oh! Hi, Frank. Teasing hot dog reference. Have a lovely time and win against Space Pirate. Augie. Bye, Frank. Oh dear. You stupid, I literally have a plasma beam. I cannot think of a more lopsided matchup than a literal ice alien and a chick with a superheated plasma beam. Yep. Scan that thing. Sit still. Well. That's all the hunters dead. Grapple voltage. Oh. Oh, there go the birds. Chat, I am going to be right back. Bear with me a few minutes. That is probably our dad getting home from Seattle. So I'll just be a few minutes. Hi, hello, I am back. Hi, Seika. You pick! What? So, that indeed was our dad getting back from Seattle. Bandit is so goddamn excited. He was just crawling all over his cage, waiting to get to come out. And then my brother opened the door to his cage. He flew straight to our dad, begged for scritches. Our dad said, "I'm sorry I was gone for so long," and Bandit said, "It's okay." My goodness. Yeah, I just wanted to say hi, because this is my only chance to say hi tonight. But for now, we go back to stream. Okay. So Chad, I'm just thinking about a future Wii game that I want to stream. It's Red Steel 2, a game that I've been wanting to finish for quite some time. It's an FPS game where you have a sword, and it's really, really fucking good. It's one of my favorite Wii games that I never finished. But, Chad, I have a conundrum. I have obligations to finish on stream. I still need to play through the Remedyverse games. Oh, the rest of them. And, the Sam and Max games. There's the, Telltale trilogy. Hang on.
Samus, Unit 217 has discovered evidence of hidden Chozo artifacts on Skytown. Perhaps these could assist you in accessing the rest of the pirate base.
So, as I was saying, the conundrum. I want to get through the Remedyverse games. However, I also don't want it to interrupt the rest of my schedule. Because we got a triple whammy of 3 games coming out. Sorry, 2 games coming out. Back to back, one in June, one in July. Star Fox, the remake, and Splatoon Raiders. And I will be streaming both of them. But I'm also going to be streaming a 3rd game that I haven't really announced yet. Or maybe I have. That I'm doing first, before Star Fox. And I want to make sure I can stream those games close to launch, just so I can experience them right away. But we got a problem of 3 Remedyverse games, 2 of which I don't even own yet. Well, not the versions that I want to stream. And 3 Sam and Max games where I don't own the 3rd one yet. So like I had a thought. What if sometime in June I go back to streaming 5 days a week instead of 4? So that way I can get through the Remedyverse and Sam and Max games without interfering with my next stuff. Considering doing that. I'm also considering just get into the next Remedyverse game. Like, when I can. Nobody's really pushing me for this, and I mean, the playthroughs don't have to be back-to-back, necessarily. Sam and Max easily could, and in fact, I could actually consider that an indie game and put that in my indie slot. If I really wanted to. Ooh, that's actually an idea. I'll think about it somewhere. But it's just a conundrum, because I want to get through these games. You're gonna play the new Yoshi? No. I have no interest in it. Okay, I probably should have looked at my map first. So, admittedly, I have not watched the most recent trailer of the game before it released. So I didn't actually get to see the gameplay overview trailer. But prior to release, nothing I saw really interested me. I could have sworn there was a demo of the game, but I was wrong about that. I would have tried the demo. I've heard the game is good. I've also heard it's piss easy. But Yoshi games, aside from the original Yoshi game, Yoshi's Island, every Yoshi game is pissy. They're games for toddlers, but they're fun games for toddlers. Some of them are fun games for toddlers. Island DS is not piss easy. I don't remember that one. Alright. So, whatever I need, a spot that I have not been to, most likely. Which means that it's probably this room. I need to play Woolly World again. Maybe I'll stream that. Especially now that I can stream Wii U games. I really like Woolly World. I thought it was really good. And it's a visual delight. I think Crafted World looks really, really good. Ow, ow, and ow. And I would kill for a Yoshi Story remake in the Crafted World engine. Because visually, Crafted World looks gorgeous. The gameplay, though, sucks. It is so goddamn boring. Ow. Visually, though, it looks really good. Because it's got a kind of... the lighting is semi-realistic. So it's got a really nice papercraft aesthetic, which would have been perfect for a storybook style, a pop-up storybook kind of game, like Yoshi's Story. Would have been perfect for that. No, the papercraft aesthetic is fine. It's done well. It looks nice. The problem is it doesn't play nice. Because the actual gameplay is really fucking boring. The actual, like, visuals are fun. At least that's my opinion. Where am I going? Alright, now the real question is that cannon going to take me in the correct direction? Where is that facing? It is facing... I think that's going to take me where I want to go. Which is here. And we roll off the side. Okay, we're not quite in the right spot yet. Yep, this actually reminds me. I had a post go viral, kind of, overnight. So, for those who have kept up with Steam news, people found out yesterday that the Steam Deck was getting jacked up in price. The OLED model, specifically, because the LCD model isn't sold anymore. But the base OLED, the 512 gig one, is getting a $240 price increase. And the better model, the 1 terabyte one, was getting a fucking $300 price increase. And at the time when I posted it, it felt like, when I made the post, it felt like Valve wasn't getting nearly as much flack for that as they should. Because, like, I get it. Every company is raising prices right now because of the component shortages, because of fucking dipshit AI companies. However, $240 minimum upgrade? Or minimum price increase? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Completely unnecessary. You don't need to go... I don't think you need to go that far. But the thing is I know people are going to brush it off. Because it's Valve. Everybody brushes off everything Valve does. Because Valve actually does a lot of bad things, but people convince themselves that they're like this pro-consumer company that always stands up for the consumer. And while they do some good things, they aren't perfect. They are still a for-profit corporation. And the moments that being anti-consumer is more profitable than what they're currently doing, they will swap to. I fully believe that. The main difference, though, is that they aren't beholden to shareholders because they're a private company. But I made a post saying that Nintendo announced a $50 price increase 5 months in advance. And people called them evil and greedy and told people to pirate their games. Valve announces... Actually, no, they didn't even announce it. People found out by checking the store page. People just found out that they jacked up the price of the Steam Deck by at least $240. And at the time, I didn't see a peep of anyone complaining about it. Or at least not nearly as many people. But nobody was telling people to pirate Valve games or to, like, boycott the company. Even though they did immediately after Nintendo jacked up the prices. I'm gonna be honest, a $50 price increase, given the component shortages, is fairly reasonable. Do I think any of these companies should be jacking up the prices? No. They're all billion-dollar companies. They can take the hit. But $50, in comparison to $240, is far more reasonable. I'm not defending the price increase. I get why they're doing it. I still think all of them can take the hit. Because Sony and Microsoft did it too. And nobody was telling anybody to pirate their games. Or to boycott... Okay, well there are people boycotting Microsoft. But that's for an entirely different reason. So my post was about disproportionate criticism, where one company that does something less worse than other companies gets far more angry criticism than other companies that do a worse version of the same thing. And some people understood that for some reason, Nintendo gets a disproportionate amount of criticism. Yeah, I get it, they do anti-consumer things sometimes, but typically they do things less bad than other companies. And yet everybody reacts like, oh, well, you gotta pirate Nintendo games because you shouldn't support such an evil company. Or they call them greedy or something. But then Valve does something that's worse, and people aren't nearly as angry about it. And the post breached containment, and I got a lot of replies and quote posts and whatnot from people that I have no idea who the fuck they are. So I woke up to over 100 notifications. That post is still, people are still responding to it, actually. I'm still getting comments. I ended up muting the thread, though, because while there were a fair amount of people agreeing with me that, yeah, it feels like Nintendo gets a lot of disproportionate hate for it, there were also a lot of really nasty comments about how I have Nintendo brain rot, or that, I clearly haven't been paying attention to gaming news, or some other comments. I actually ended up blocking someone for the brain rot comment, because, like, there's no need to be nasty about it. It's fucking video games. Grow up. And that's coming from someone who spends most of their time playing games. Like, chill. It's not that serious. Oh, I see. Oh, that's clever. That's really cool. That's a cool puzzle. But really, my post was just about disproportionate criticism, and a lot of people getting so fucking angry at it because I dared to point out that, hey, maybe Nintendo didn't do as bad of a thing here. Got me heavily criticized. So, like, y'all are just proving my point. Fireball. Keep in mind, I don't like everything Nintendo does. I don't defend everything Nintendo does. I have been openly criticizing their N64 emulator since the damn thing launched. Because it is, at the moment, the worst way to play N64 games. I'd actually rather go back to 2010 era Project 64 to play N64 games than use the Switch emulator. That's how bad it is. And 2010 era Project 64 wasn't that great. There were a lot of problems with it. Now, I still play it, or play the app, because it's convenient, but, like, I don't prioritize it over my own N64 games. And that's the other problem, is I already own most of the games it could add, because I love the N64. So, like, there's not really much of a oh, fuck. There's not really much of a reason for me to use it in the first place, unless, for whatever reason, I really want to play F-Zero X while I'm laying on the couch. But I mean, like, Valve does bad things all the time. And people just give them a pass for some reason. I see so many comments from indie devs who talk about how the 30% cut that Valve takes from all sales really, really hurts them. And it's like the one thing Tim Sweeney is right about. But the other thing is I've seen horrible, horrible comments from chuds in, like, reviews for games and in other parts of Steam that are just left up because Valve won't do anything about them. Or even worse, they reinstate them when they're deleted. There was a woman who accused the Elder Scrolls composer Jeremy Soule of sexual assault. And when she released the new game, a good chunk of the reviews for it were people naming her, or the person she accused, and saying that his stuff is better, which is fucking rancid. And she deleted some of the reviews, and Valve reinstated them. Or ignored them when she reported them. And I saw another post from a company that made a game that had minorities in it. I don't remember what race they were. And that game got some nasty racist comments in the reviews. The reviewer, or the dev, deleted them, and Valve put them back up. Because according to Valve, it didn't violate their rules. So, like, Valve is not perfect. And they have, like, actually have never been. But people ignore this stuff because Valve does genuinely do good things. The AI content disclosure is like one of the best things about Steam right now, especially with companies not being upfront about using AI. I'm not going to deny that. But you can't sit here and act like... You can't sit here and try to convince me that Valve doesn't deserve some of the same criticism that companies like Nintendo or Sony or Microsoft get. They aren't free from it. No corporation is your friend. And remember, Gabe Newell, he owns a fleet of super yachts. He actually owns a lot of them. He is not an everyman. He is rich. He is a billionaire. He is just, generally speaking, a quote-unquote better billionaire. That being said, billionaires should not be allowed to exist. However, he got that money through mostly legitimate means. As far as I know, he hasn't exploited anyone. So, like, out of all the billionaires out there, I am kind of okay with him, but he's still a billionaire. So that means we still have to eat him. But that's the thing. It's like, nobody talks about this stuff. Because everybody jizzes over any Valve hardware or game that comes out. Because they convince themselves that they are these saints that will save gaming, or are the saviors of PC gaming. Now, of course, when your direct competitor is Tim fucking Sweeney, anyone's going to look better in comparison. Can I go this way? Yes. Now, there are some accusations that Valve has a monopoly, and I actually don't care about that. Not because I disagree with monopolies, but because Valve only has a monopoly because every other service sucks more.
I've ordered the Federation fleet to walk to the pirate homeworld and begin the invasion. I think it's time we took the fight to them. We'll contact you when we're ready to commence our assault.
I don't know, I'm sorry for venting about this. It's just that, you know, I've never had a post blow up before, and I got some rather nasty comments about it, so I'm a little bitter about it. I've never had to actually mute... Fuck you. I've never actually had to mute a post before. And it is actually kind of funny though, because when I when I was watching Thrice earlier, he did actually comment on it and called the viral sensation RogueSpyke, because he saw how he had seen the post when I responded about muting it, and he told me that yeah, he would have muted it too after he saw what the comments were like. I'm sorry for getting into some rather serious topics all out of the blue while I'm playing Metroid Prime, but, I mean, it's important to talk about this, because no one fucking does. This always gets swept under the rug, because people just love Valve so much. And it's important to know these things. And I really wanted to get a Steam machine. But at this point, the damn thing is going to cost like $2,000 fucking dollars. I don't know if I want one now. They still haven't announced the price, so I don't even know what it's going to be. I wish the video game industry wasn't so fucking exhausting, man. I hate what's happened to my hobby. Anyways, chat. Other than all that, how are y'all doing? Tell me something that you guys have done recently. Anything. Like, something you've eaten, watched, played, made. What have you done recently? Tell me something. Tell me about your accomplishments. Something you're happy about. Anything.
Samus, the Federation Armada is now in orbit above the pirate homeworld.
I'm a bit busy.
We're ready for the final assault, but the base is protected by a barrier that prevents us from landing. We need you to disable this defense system. Unit 242 has located its control center. Here are the coordinates.
Oh, we can go through there now. I'm sure that's fine. I think that's the wrong one. Is it? Wait. No, it's not. I mean, I haven't really done much recently. Not really anything today. I've mostly just been doing the Warframe event, trying to get an item in the game before it goes away. Okay, wait a minute. That's not right. Okay, I need do I only open certain side? Sides. I haven't been to the mining site. No, I need the Nova Beam. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. No, I need to go through here. I think. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. I'm in the wrong spot. You can shoot at me all you want. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Might as well save while I'm here. I don't know why my air conditioner has suddenly got very loud. Oh, you know, I can actually turn that off now. Well, come on in, Crimson Nova. And yes, I am doing a thing this month where I was streaming the Metroid Prime trilogy, the Wii trilogy, because every May I stream Metroidvanias, and this year I decided to do the Metroid Prime trilogy. I actually wanted to do this last year to lead into Metroid Prime 4. But, things didn't work out, so I ended up doing a Castlevania marathon instead. Yeah, we're on the final 2 days in the marathon. As I'm most likely finishing this tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong, Crimson, but haven't I seen you in Nuri's server? Pretty sure that's right. I know I've definitely seen your name before. I'm just trying to make sure it's the right. I'm thinking of who I'm thinking of. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Also in Proxy and Rachel's server. Now, I need to hang out in Rachel's server a bit more. I don't know, I mean, I like Rachel and all, but I don't know if I'm really a good fit for Rachel's community. I mean, I like retro games a lot, but I don't really emulate much, and I know her server is full of a lot of people who emulate, so I feel like I'd be kind of out of place there. Oh, that's probably not good. That being said, I do need to hang out. I do need to hang out on Rachel's server more and catch her streams more. Fucking. Because Rachel's also the head of the owner, site owner for what was it? The Cutting Room Floor, which is like one of my favorite websites. Proxy's a good thing as well. I was talking to her recently. I have eclectic tastes, which might be why I tend to show up in a lot of places. Oh, I'm in, how many streamer servers am I in? Wait a minute. I have like two different folders of streamer servers. There's some I'm only really in for the emotes, so I'm not gonna count those, but I'm in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I am in 34 streamer discords, and of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 of those servers are for friends of mine. And of those 22 friends, I mod for 4 of them, and one of them is my girlfriend. One of my girlfriends, at least. My other girlfriend doesn't stream. Which is funny, because I actually did have a dream about her streaming. It was actually a very wholesome dream. So the one who streams is named Saroshi. I think she was actually in chat earlier. I don't know if she's still in chat. But, she usually streams way too late for me, so I don't actually get to catch her streams very often. The one who doesn't stream, I dreamed about her. I dreamed that she was streaming Resident Evil 8, and I was trying to join chat. I was in the same room as her, sitting on her couch. And I was trying to join chat. But I kept fucking up when I was typing, so none of it came through. Or it was just like jumbled nonsense. But she also had a filter enabled that turned all capital letters into Resident Evil icons. And I eventually gave up and just like fell asleep on her couch. To be clear, that was a dream. That didn't actually happen. But it could happen. Yeah, I have been streaming for 4 years, and I made a lot of friends since I started. A lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances. I'm on a stream team now, even if it's unofficial. I'm kind of everywhere. Hazard shield. Yep. Suit is now capable of withstanding hazardous environments, able to move safely through acid rain and fuel gel. Got him. Hey, buddy. If it sucks, hit the bricks. You can always leave. What I like about live stream is that you get to talk with artists in a way that isn't as feasible on image sharing sites where your comment has a chance of getting lost in the crowd. I made a few friends there in my expeditions here myself. Nice. Yeah, my streaming journey has been an interesting one. But I love the friends I've made. I just love my friends. Oh joy. Metroid Hatcher. There he is. And the head's interior is damaged, its tentacles can be ripped off. Right? So, how do I damage him is the question. Chad, how do I damage him? Certain conditions make the mouth vulnerable. Well, what are the conditions? He's not. I can't. What's the scan say? It just says when the head's interior is damaged, its tentacles can be ripped off. It doesn't give me any hint on how to damage the interior of the head. I don't have the right beam to do the weak point. Missiles? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't think that did anything either. Alright, I might actually die here if I can't figure out how to actually damage this fucker. The scan is not useful. It's not telling me anything that I can actually do. Does anyone happen to know how to beat this thing? Alright, well, if I have to shoot the tentacles first, why doesn't it fucking say that? Yeah. Mutation has robbed the Metroid Hatcher of its ability to phase, but has provided it with a hardened outer shell which has identical attributes as phasite. This shell protects the creature's heart, located at the core of its head. The Hatcher's tentacles are quite dangerous and can leech energy from any targets they connect to. However, the tentacles are also the creature's weak point. If all its tentacles are ripped from its body, it will perish. As such, it will attempt to recover energy by retracting them into its shell when they take damage. Okay, so this line here is the hint to shoot the tentacles. Which is so far, that is so many words. That is like very subtle. And I actually missed it when I skimmed it the first time. Why isn't that information just in the normal scan? Why do I have to read 2 paragraphs of a logbook entry to figure that out? Did that fault you don't have the lower reading autism? I do have the lower reading autism. I've been avoiding it on stream because it dries out my fucking throat. Normally I would be pouring over the lore. I'm just choosing not to. So I don't have to end stream early so my throat doesn't get... because my throat's fucked up. And it says the tentacles are a weak point, but it also says to rip them off. I had to go a little further down to find out that I was supposed to shoot them. But that's the thing, Xeno, is that I had to go into the full logbook for that. And it says the tentacles are the creature's weak point, but immediately after says if the tentacles are ripped off. Which tells me that I don't need to shoot them, I need to pull them off. That's the thing. Most people are going to stop reading there. Now, it might be a me problem. I'm still going to complain about it. Look, this game has been too good so far. I need something to complain about. Okay, Xeno, I can't disagree with that, so I'm just gonna throw bricks at you instead. Is that okay? How do I even get up to this? Looks like there's another pipe. Extra heavy according to the L7 album? What's L7? There's an energy tank in here and I'd like to get it before I leave. I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck. Yeah, I've never heard of them, Crimson. Okay, no, hold on, Xeno. You can't just say that. You can't just say that because now I'm too curious. You got me wanting to check it now. L7 media. L7 band. controversies. During their performance at the 1992 Reading Festival, the band experienced technical difficulties with their audio equipment and were forced to stall their set. The rowdy crowd grew restless and began throwing mud onto the stage, repeatedly pelting the band. In protest, lead vocalist Anita Sparks removed her tampon on stage and threw it into the crowd, yelling, "Eat my used tampon, fuckers." Sparks has remained unapologetic about the incident, and the tampon has been referred to as one of the most unsanitary pieces of rock memorabilia in history. Interesting. Okay. A used tampon should be added as a gun in Ultra Kill. Doesn't even kill the enemy, they just get so grossed out they pass out. Go the other way, please. Okay, other. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. No. Cool. Okay, cool. Alright. We can move on. Alright. Okay, we got the hazard shield, which means there's a few areas you can go to now. Remember, we got the grapple lasso, or voltage thing. We got the spider ball. So what are we missing? I think we're just missing the Nova Beam and the Hyper Grapple. We definitely get the Hyper Grapple from the boss of this region, which I think I know who that is. So then all that's missing now is the Nova Beam. Goop, my favorite. Skritter. Chat, do you think there could be a Metroid enemy named Scrunt? Because I feel like there could be one. Scan the enemy. Just imagine playing a Metroid game and you scan an enemy and the scan message just says, "Look, Scrunt." I didn't see where this goes. Alright, we need the Nova Beam to get through there. Oh, chat. I'm liking this game a lot more than when I first played it years ago. Like what, 2018, I think? It's good. It's a lot better than I gave it credit for. What it tries to do different, I actually like this time. The only thing that I don't like about the game is the maps being so linear and feeling so cramped, because for each planet or the ships or whatever, they're broken off into individual sections, so they feel a lot smaller. Even if the room count is roughly the same across all three games. Let's not start doing this. Ah yes, the missile expansion hidden within a space pirate rock wall that presumably only works with my suit. And the drill is set up with a predetermined path specifically to create a platform leading to it. I love it. I love video games. See, this one at least makes more sense. Not quite sure where the minerals are going, though. Oh, I see how this is gonna be. Oh, green. It's green for an amazing reason. Chat, have you ever been green for an amazing reason? Nova Beam. You know, chat, I said I was going to go an hour late tonight. It makes more sense to me if we go an hour late tomorrow, actually. Since we have to do the 100% item stuff. Or we're probably doing that tomorrow anyways. So I'm going to end at the normal time tonight. And then tomorrow we'll go as long as we need to finish the game. Because we are pretty close. We just got to get all the items. Bastard! I don't know if that's breaking it or not. Wait. Is there something else I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to jump in yet? I don't get it. Or am I just supposed to outlast this? I don't get what I'm supposed to do. This game is not very helpful. I don't understand. Chat, what do I do? How do I beat this? I don't get it. Does anyone know how to beat this? Am I missing something? Because this is just going on forever. And the scan isn't giving me any useful information. Anyone at all? I don't know how to beat the mining like oh, it's just that's how? Wait, I don't even realize what I just did. How did I activate that? Oh, I see. Why wasn't that? Why didn't this happen at any point earlier? Oh, I was killing the pirates too quickly. Oh. I think it's on a timer. Oh my god, finally. Oh dear god, that went horribly. Oh dear god. Okay, okay. Hello, chat. Nova Beam. Excuse me. And the remaining hatchers are now trivial. Chat, what if I streamed the Wii version of Twilight Princess? That would be awful, actually. Probably not that bad. Probably not very good. I now have 4 energy cells. Whatever. Hang on. Got another door. You guys have fun getting pissy at me. I want to see where that other door goes before we leave. There we go. Alright, we're gonna end here. Well, I'm gonna move back to the main Pirate Command area, and then we're gonna end here. Alright. Barring some skill issue on my part, because I will admit that is a skill issue. I relent, Zeno, you were right. It was a skill issue on my part. Because I didn't understand something that I guess they did kind of expect me to try to do. And for the mining laser, I don't know, I think the mining laser is more of like a reverse skill issue because I was too efficient at killing the pirates, so I wasn't triggering what was supposed to happen. Because I was killing them too quickly. Because I didn't think I'd have to throw them into the suction. I thought it was swapping whenever I killed the pirates. But no, it's apparently on a timer. Well, maybe it's not explicitly on a timer. Maybe you did have to get it at a certain number of kills. All right, save here. Just I'm in the right spot. And here. So tomorrow we will be going for however long it takes to finish the game. I can't imagine we have much left. Because I think all that's left here is starting the assault on the homeworld, and then doing the seed. And then we gotta getting the energy cells in order to figure out where, or what the pirate's plot is, which is how we beat the game. Because for Prime 1, you collect the artifacts to enter the Artifact Temple. For Prime 2, you collect the Sky Temple keys to enter the Sky Temple. And then for Prime 3, you collect the energy cells in order to access parts of the GFS Valhalla. Though from what Xeno tells me, you don't need all the energy cells to beat the game. There are a couple extra logbook scans that are only reachable by some extra energy cells. That's what I was told. I don't know if that's true. I'm going to assume Xeno's memory is good enough to be correct. Alright, I am also kind of hungry. So I need to find some food. That's what I remember, but it has been a fucking decade. Well, not quite. It's well, almost, I guess. Surprisingly, the Wiimote battery still has not died. So, hint that I can say that. All right. In 1 moment here. Okay, sorry, I clicked something. That is not Twitch. Hang on, I clicked blue sky on accident. Alright, here we go. Chat, I will see you all tomorrow. For now, I'm gonna send you guys to a lovely being. And as soon as I find it. Thrashki live. Okay, we're gonna raid Thrash. Thrash is a friend of mine and a fellow mod for Kohai. Looks like he's playing Persona 3 Reload. He's never gonna finish that game. Alright, so tomorrow we will finish Prime 3, and I will also announce what my games will be when I return to streaming in June. Keep in mind, I will not be streaming at all next week from the 1st to the 5th. Well, actually, from May 30th to June 7th, I will not be streaming. I will return to streaming on the 8th. But that's after tomorrow, because I am streaming tomorrow. But from the 30th to the 7th, 30th of May to the 7th of June, I will not be streaming. I always take a 1 week off after my marathons. To help prevent burnout. Don't burn yourself out, it's bad. If you want to hang out after stream, I have Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, I have a Blue Sky, and if you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. If you would like to join on the raid message is Dapper Dragon Raid. You can use whatever emotes you want, as long as you copy the raid message. That's all I care about. There you go. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Oh, Chad, I'm hungry.